Ooh, what's good, family? So mash the like button, subscribe, and lick off the bell. We got some more breaking news right now. Your man's Tyson Fury has been told by the WBC to forget Dillian, the shillian White. Yeah? Dillian Shite. Listen, Dillian Shite. Oh, I gotta give a shout out to one of the generals in my comment section. Yeah, Dillian Shite. Listen. Oh, I'm dead, man. You know what? Listen, Dillian Shite. Yeah? Let me tell you something right now. You and your big bulbous soft-looking ass need to get in the ring. And you supposed to be. Listen, you were supposed to be begging for this fight. How you gonna let? I'm sick of. I'm sick of that. Listen, check this. Yeah, I'm sick of these times. Do you know how many videos I've put out? Yeah? Do you know how many videos I've made on behalf of Mr. Anthony Johnston and Dillian the Shillian Shite? Yeah? Do you know how many videos have I made? I made the video of Dillian White knocking Tyson Fury out in sparring. I've made all the videos and everyone had a great laugh. But now what? Guess what? The laugh now is on the YB. Because the two big bad wolves, one's soft like butter, yeah? Soft like butter, Johnston. And then you got Dillian Shite, Dillian the Shillian Shite. Where are he at? Where are he at? Yeah? What's going on? Oh man, I need a mandatory, and I just want the shot. I knocked Tyson Fury out in sparring. Okay, well, here's your shot. Well, I want $10 million guaranteed. Even though I only made $300,000 in my last fight. These dudes are funny style, and I'm sick of it. That's why I'm done with this whole game. I swear down, yeah. I promise you, man. If I find another niche, I'm gone. This game is dead. Yeah, all these big-looking asses, big 6'5", bulbous-looking dudes, and then they're either soft and zesty, getting their nails done like Johnston in Dubai, or they're like Dillian the Shillian Shite. Yeah, complaining about how you need more money now. You said you wanted a shot. Now you want more money. But anyway, let's get back to the point. You've seen the title. You've seen the picture on your screen. We got some breaking news right now. Like I said, the WBC have told Tyson Fury to forget Dillian the Shillian Shite. Yeah, they've told him to forget it. Forget him and move on. Because we've got Dillian locked up in litigation. And I'm telling you now, I see what's coming next. Because I've seen the regulations. And all you goofazoids talking about, Dillian's going to get 45%. The WBC, you man, are seriously challenged. I had one goofy in my comment section saying, YB, you need to read the regulations. The regulations say that, I can't believe you haven't done your homework, YB. It's 45%. Them rules, where it says 45% for interim, was 2009. In the last year, they've released an updated rules, and it mentions nothing about interim champion. It mentions nothing about silver belt holder. I've already leaked the correct document, and the correct document is 20% to win. 20% to fight, and 10% to win. That's what we do know. Yeah? That's the bottom line. Dillian is entitled to, at most, 30%. That's what he's going to end up getting offered, I believe. Because as I've explained before, there's no way on God's earth, yeah, Dillian White is going to get more than 30% from Fury. It's not Fury's problem. It's not Fury's responsibility to pay out of his pocket for any problems the WBC may have with Dillian. Any problems the WBC may have with Dillian, that's between them. It's got nothing to do with Tyson Fury. And there's no court in the land who's going to penalise Tyson Fury for something that has nothing to do with him. No court in the land yet is going to say, okay, well, the rules say Dillian should get 30%, but because of the last 3 years, because of the relationship Dillian and the WBC have had over the last 3 years, we'll get Tyson Fury to pay for it. Who doing that? No one's doing that. So what's going to happen is, at worst, the WBC may rule 60-40 for Dillian, They may do, but from what I'm hearing, they're going to punk Dillian and tell him, sorry, boss, you ain't getting nada because you got knocked out by Povetkin. Oops. Yeah? I think they're going to tie you up in... I think what's happening next year, the WBC are going to tie Dillian up for a year and then punk him anyway. They're going to lock him up. Oh, yeah, we got it in March. And then March will come and something else will happen. And next thing you know, it'll be about September. He'll get a decision and it'll be, yeah, you're getting 30%. Oops. Yeah, 100%. And then Dillian's going to be there like, what, Dillian, what are you going to do then? You don't have a case. You got knocked out by a 40-year-old man. What's wrong with you? Yeah? I don't know where you think you've been wronged here. When you had a case, yeah, when Dillian the shillian White, when Dillian the shillian shite, yeah, had a case, he didn't do nothing. And people like me and other people, I'm not even sure particular names, but I know for a fact, I've been saying, long before Dillian shite got knocked out, yeah, I said, why isn't he going to the lawyers? My man waits till he gets knocked out, and then until September 2021, 4 years later, the moment was gone. Yeah? The real moment was the first 500 days. That's when it should have been launched. But you waited way too long. And you need to take responsibility for that now. You waited too long. You got knocked out. Chalk it up to the game. Yeah? Start trying to earn your keep. Otherwise, you're really going to end up super duper punked. And I'm telling you, I can feel it how it's going to work for Dillian. He's going to end up out of the ring for another year. And by the way, another year of earnings, that's millions of dollars you could have definitely earned gambling, trying to be greedy. Yeah? This is what makes me laugh here. Dillian's kind of trying to die on this moral hill that he isn't entitled to for $10 million, yeah? He could have made that $10 million. If he'd have fought AJ, instead of fighting Michael Tan, there was 10 million, the best part of 10 million there. But unfortunately, all of Dillian's bad business advice has made him end up missing years of his career, fighting Malcolm Tans, missing big opportunities to unify the division or to become free belt champion and to get back on Johnston. All these things add up, but you don't want to. It seems Dillian the shillian shite don't want to take no responsibility for nothing. I want to go to I want to get what I'm deserved. You don't deserve nothing. Yeah? I had some don in my comments saying, yeah, but YB, he beat Povetkin. That's what you're supposed to do. You weren't supposed to get iced by Povetkin. I don't get that. Oh, but I don't want to hear it. Yeah? What I do want to hear is that, you know what? We've all seen the videos. Listen, let me tell you right now what I want to hear from Dillian. Dillian should be saying, I've seen the videos the YB's done, yeah, gassing the people about how I knocked Tyson Fury out in sparring. Now I'm gonna replicate that on pay-per-view. How about that? Instead, I want $10 million and I've been done wrong. And why is it these guys talk about how wrong they've been done? When Dillian got offered the AJ fight, I've been done wrong. Why don't you want to go and get yours? Where's that killer spirit you allegedly have from Brixton? Where at? Because I know for a fact people have done a lot worse stuff for a lot less, if that makes sense. Think of all the dumb decisions people make every day. You're getting offered a great opportunity here. But you don't want to take it. And it's sad because you don't, and that's why I'm so frustrated. Because you clearly don't believe, you ain't really believing it like that. Yeah, you don't really feel it in your soul that you're going to go in there and chin Tyson Fury. And the fact that Fury ain't even bothered about giving you a rematch clause. Yeah, the fact that Fury ain't even bothered about a rematch clause, that says it all to me. He's got absolutely no respect for you, man. And I can't even blame him at this point. How can I blame Fury for not having no respect for you, man? When you're sitting there begging for more money. More than you're actually meant to get. And I'm the first to say, yeah, if the rule said a mandatory is entitled to 40%, I'd be saying, yep, that's what he should be getting. But the fact that Team Fury are going with what the rules say, what do you want to... I don't get what we're doing here. And that's why I'm glad to hear the WBC and Team Fury are in cahoots here. Because there was a time I was slagging off the WBC, but now Dillian's got granted his shot. That was... Don't forget, people. We was campaigning for Dillian to get his shot. All of a sudden, all you Dillian White fandons, yeah? You've switched it up now. No one, that's what I don't understand. For the last X amount of years, yeah, that we've been supporting Dillian, no one was saying, we want a mandatory and we want 50%, or we want 45%. None of you man was saying that. We were saying, why hasn't Dillian got his shot? Now, Dillian's got his shot. You man aren't saying, okay, well, Dillian, why aren't you following through with what you was talking about? No one's saying that now. Instead, it's, oh, but why be he needs to get his 45%. If it was about the mandatory and the 45%, why weren't you talking about that for the last 3 years? Dillian wasn't saying, I want my mandatory and I want my 45%. I'd have a lot more support if he'd have been consistent, but don't spring these things up now. It's almost like, wait there, bear in mind, people, that Dillian didn't launch his legal case until September 2021. So it's kind of like, wait there, and I said at the time, back in September, I said, why is Dillian waiting until he's actually got the shot? Why has he waited till he actually got the shot to launch the legal case? It was confusing to me. But I think it's been planned out from Team Dillian. I think Team Dillian knew what they was doing. I think this has all been a ploy to get more money. It wasn't really about getting the mandatory, otherwise they would have launched a legal case 2 years ago. It was about getting, we're going to save the legal case for when we actually get the shot, and then we'll just try and leverage for more money. It's weird. This wasn't about genuinely trying to get a shot and wanting to knock Fury out. And I'm not sure. I think there's a possibility that Dillian did genuinely want the Deontay Wilder fight. I think maybe he thought there was something sweet there. And all I'm saying is, I ain't getting the same feels from the way he's acting. Yeah? This feels bogus to me. And all you people supporting Dillian in this charge, you ain't got a leg to stand on. Yeah? Dillian is at the point in his career now where he needs to put up or shut up, literally. He's at that crossroads now. There's no more talking to be done. Yeah? You talked your way out of the AJ fight. Fine. Everyone give you a pass for that in the main. Now you got the Fury fight in front of you and you're doing some more talking. You're doing some more complaining. I'm done with the complaining. This is your chance to say, put your name on the map. And bear in mind, people, yeah, how many bum fights have we watched Dillian White compete in? We've watched Dillian fight a whole load of bums for 50 grand a pop. Yeah, Dillian White fought Malcolm Tan on some bum card. So my whole thing is, bear in mind, people, this fight with Fury, yeah, it ties Dillian up for 4 months. This fight would be wrapped up by April. So my thing is, why is Dillian trying to waste the next 18 months of his fight begging for something he may not even end up getting? Rather than say, okay, yep, for the next 4 months I'm tied up in a record-making payday. It may not be ideal or perfect, but that's life. I'm going to knock Fury out, and then 4 months from now, I'll be able to make all the decisions I want. I'll be able to duck who I want. I'll be able to fight who I want. I'll be able to offer the deals that I want. And guess what? When someone's mandatory for me, I'll be the one handing out 20% guarantees and 10% to win. That's how it works, I'm afraid. That's what happens when you're champion. The reason I'm supporting Team Fury on this, yeah, is because we're talking about invalidating the champion's privilege. Yeah? Now you can say Fury's a fake champion. Well, that's the point, people. And that's what I've been saying all these years. If Fury's a fake champion, who wants to do lifting then? Because from where we was coming from the place of origin that, okay, Dillian White and Anthony Johnston are going to do the heavy lifting and going to expose this dude. Oops. Where's that at then? Because you man ain't talking about exposing Fury now. You're talking about, it needs to be 45%. What's 45% got to do anything? You were supposed to go in there and knock this guy out. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm so adamantly supporting Fury in give the champion's benefit. The champion's advantage is what it is. Every champion gets to mandatory at 20-10. That's what you earn it. He's earned that. He beat Deontay Wilder. Yeah? Rightly or wrongly. And like I said before, there was a case, yeah, when Tyson, I've talked about it many times before, there was a case, yeah, when Tyson Fury was brought in as mandatory for Deontay Wilder back in, what year was it, 2018. I was the first one to say, why has Tyson Fury been put in front of Dillian White? But guess what? And I remember I've been saying since then, why hasn't Dillian launched a legal case? Because Tyson Fury had fought no top tens, yeah, and had gone from not fighting a top 10 straight into the mandatory position with Deontay Wilder. How is that possible? Why isn't Dillian White in court challenging this? Guess what? It fell on deaf ears. Yeah? Dillian didn't want to launch no legal case. That's on him, people. He chose to sit there and get cucked. But now, there's nothing to be in court about, I'm afraid. You sat there and got caught slipping. Got no one to blame but yourself. You need, like I've been saying, Shillian White needs to chalk this up to the game. You've made bad business decisions, and it's, for me, it feels like Dillian's thinking, oh well, I've made some bad business decisions. I've got knocked out, so I now need to be compensated. That's on you. The world and life doesn't owe you nothing for making bad choices. You need to take that on board and say, you know what? Rather than waiting for me to get lucky in life and get something for nothing, let me go and make my own destiny. Because what happens to taking your destiny into your own hands? Guess what? Go into court, yeah, and hoping that some judge rules in your favour and sees it your way. That's not taking destiny into your hands. And definitely not when you're 33 years old and you're about to be locked up in court again. And in my opinion, your case is very weak. Very weak. I give Dillian White less than 25% chance of actually winning this case. And it's going to be a year out the ring. So it's kind of like, wow. Whereas you could say, scrap that. Let me take this destiny into my own hands. Let me go in there and bet on myself. And that's why I can't deal with these dudes no more, man. It's embarrassing, truth be known. You've sat there, talked about Tyson Fury ducking me, and I knocked Tyson Fury out, and it now comes to the time where you're supposed to turn that into actions, and you want to be sitting in court. And then you got your fans telling me about, he deserves this, he deserves that. No, he deserves to go in there and do what he's been telling everyone he's going to do. You don't deserve nothing more, nothing less than that, people. That's all you've got. To follow through on what you've talked about. Because you weren't talking about 45% until the last few months. That's not my problem. The fact you want more. We'd all want more. I want some more as well. I mean, if people are handing out bigger splits, then so be it, but they ain't. But anyway, back to the original point. You've seen the title. You've seen the thing. Tyson Fury has been told by the WBC that he's now allowed to skip the Dillian White fight. Because Dillian too greedy. And like I said at the start of the video, this tells me, well, we've kind of knew this already, and I've done videos on this in the past, that Team Tyson Fury and the WBC are in cahoots. Yeah, that's well known, and that's what makes me so shocked at Dillian making another bad business move. Because I told you, it's obvious that when Deontay Wilder had to take Tyson Fury to court to get his fight, yeah, at any point in time, the WBC could have stepped in and said, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, don't worry about the court, we're ordering this fight, yeah? Scrap the court case, we don't care. Tyson Fury, if you want to be champion, you'll be fighting Deontay Wilder, and the contract must be done by June 2020. That's what they could have done. The WBC didn't say nothing. Which shows they have a bias towards Tyson Fury. But that is what it is. That's how the world works, unfortunately. So knowing there's biases that exist, what do you want? We can sit here and try and be idealistic, but to be honest, even being idealistic, Dillian still don't have a case, in my opinion. So, go and get yours, should be the attitude. Otherwise, you're going to have no one to blame but yourself again. And I've just got a feeling that in life, when your career's gone a certain way, it doesn't just change miraculously. Yeah? I don't believe Dillian White's luck's just going to turn up magically. I believe, given how his career's gone so far, I believe he's going to get punked again. And I think his life lesson is, at the moment, his life lesson is, are you going to take your destiny into your own hands or not? Yeah? You said no to Destiny against Johnston. Don't forget, people, when AJ Ruiz thought that could have been Dillian White in there that night, he said no. Oops. He's been reminded at every junction that you messed up, but he still don't get it. He still thinks he's some sort of lucky dude. Oh, well, you ain't lucky. If you haven't worked out already, you ain't one of them guys here who just, everything just seems to go his way. If I was to tell you a guy who I'd say everything seems to go his way, I'd say it's Tyson Fury. If there's one dude today, yeah, who things just seem to fall into place, it'd be Tyson Fury. Yeah? Obviously he works hard and whatnot, but in terms of things just kind of working out for him, it'd be Fury. Dillian, it's not you. You ain't got that kind of luck or whatever you want to call it, unfortunately for you. But you need to recognise that. Otherwise, well, I mean, like I said, or like you've been seeing, WBC have essentially told Team Fury to move on, and Team Fury have been given the green light on moving on with opponents in 2022. Yeah? Team Fury said, we spoke to Maurizio Sulaiman at the WBC and he's told us, it breaks my heart that you're not fighting Dillian, but go and find another opponent and fight without the WBC title. We will not take it away from you. So this for me is a bit... this is basically giving Tyson Fury the green light. And this is why I want to warn Dillian. This is a dangerous and slippy road you're going down. You've just got Fury allegedly, and the reason I'm saying allegedly is because I'm not so sure Tyson Fury is backed into a corner. But in principle, you've finally got the man who's been ducking allegedly. Because like I said, I'm not going to say... before I'd have told you, yeah, Fury ducking, but I'm thinking, well, you finally got him backed into a corner, and now you've moved the goalposts. Oh, well, yeah, I got the mandatory, but now I want this, and it's just weird. Yeah? But you finally got the guaranteed shot. And I said earlier, back in September, yeah, the whole question was, is Dillian White going to get his shot or not? Now he's got that, and he wants the next thing now. It's mad. And guess what? The fact Tyson Fury has now found a way, WBC have told him he's not going to be stripped. So Dillian White is now giving Tyson Fury a license to carry on being the title holder, and not... It's like a little loophole now. Dillian White's got no one to blame but himself. You've now given Tyson Fury... You've now gone from the mandatory to being involved in litigation, and now Tyson Fury's got a license to go on and do what he wants. That's because of you. Yeah? And that's because you don't believe you can win. So I'm not even saying Fury's ducking anymore. I'm not going to do that. I can't do that. Because you've got Johnston, who's soft, and you've got Dillian White, who ain't doing nothing. So to sit here and say, Tyson Fury ducking, well, that's a lie. He ain't ducking because no one don't want it. People just talking. Dillian's been talking for years, and Johnston, he just lose anyway. So, I mean, you can only duck people who actually want it, and who actually can do something about it. And Johnston ain't going to do nothing about it. And Dillian White ain't going to do nothing about it. So what do you want me to do? Some of you man would love me to come on in and say, yeah, Dillian ain't going to do this, Dillian ain't going to do shit. That's what he ain't going to do. Yeah? If he was, he'd be chomping at the bit, and this fight would be locked in already. Bottom line.